At that time, one of the things that had led me to him is that I was trying to put together a career of some sort as a therapist. This was a pretty typical thing to be doing in California, so I had been off looking for, like, esoteric teachings that I could, it wasn't really just that I wanted to, like, build up my repertoire as a therapist, but I was really looking for genuine spiritual teaching, and I met him, and got more than I bargained for. But then my idea was that I could go to Sonoma State College's, I could take part in a degree program where you didn't have to be on campus. You could get credit for things you were doing in the field. What do they call that? Like open classroom or something. Anyway, my idea was that I could do Buddhist teaching and use that activity as a way to document that and to get a degree. I'm not sure in what, maybe religious studies or something. But I was kind of concerned about just going out and teaching Buddhism, which was actually not a, it was a legitimate concern. I had just met him and taken refuge vows. And in fact, going back to, around the time the first substantial teaching thing that I was at with him was the 9 Yana seminar in San Francisco at the Margie Jenkins studio. I still remember that I did not want to go. I'd been very, very involved in another big spiritual trip called the Eureka Training, and Bob Krupnik was urging me to go, as he put it, go hear this guru, this Tibetan guru in San Francisco, and I was going, and Bob, to whom I'm utterly grateful, said, "Come on, let's just go." And so we went over, and I remember I didn't have any money, and this fellow Max King, who I assumed was the president of Chögyam Trungpa's organization, very graciously let me attend for very little or nothing. I don't remember. But what I do recall is that during that seminar, there I was as a brand new person. I somehow ended up leading a discussion group. And I remember speaking with great authority on the Buddhist teachings, even though I didn't know anything at all. So anyway, back to the Sonoma State College thing, my idea was, I'll have to call Rinpoche and get his permission or see what he thinks about this idea. So he was at what was then called Tail of the Tiger, which is now Karma Choling. And I called him up. And to my amazement, I got him on the phone. Somebody said, "Wait, I'll go get him." And then he came on the phone, and I still remember he said something like, I said, "Rinpoche, is that you?" And he said, I dialed the right number, and he said, 0000000, Dharmakaya. So there was his voice out there. And I told him my story, and he said, essentially, as I recall, there's no problem with regard to this idea of me teaching. And as I look back, of course, I was asking him, I was talking to him. He said, there's no problem, the lineage is already within you. And I don't recall exactly what else he said, but it was an expression of great support and trust. It was implicit.